How's it going, everyone? VenomousStare here, bringing you an exciting Zerg versus Protoss game between a foreigner and a Korean. The bottom right Protoss is Neeb, the foreigner from America, and the top left red Zerg is Hydra, who's building an incredibly early pool and following it up with 3 drones. I'm going to kick things up to ×4 actually until things get interesting. So obviously Hydra built this early pool. He's going to build lings as soon as it finishes. There the lings come, 6 of them. Hydra chooses to expand afterwards to the gold, which is very nice. Neeb has expanded to this low ground and he's going to have quite the time defending it. Hydra basically went for one of the most aggressive builds he could. Neeb is chronoing out a zealot, but one zealot can't kill 6 lings. Neeb is forced to just sit at the top of his ramp, and I'm going to go back to normal since we got action so fast. Neeb's going to pull probes here to try to defend this expansion, which is about to finish. Hydra's knocked all the shields off this expansion, and a lot of hull damage has been taken as well. Lots of lings for Hydra on the low ground. Neeb is going to try to defend this with the zealot probe combo. He also has an adept. Neeb is kiting back. He's pulling more probes. He can't afford to lose this. Hydra's going to try to kite around. He's kiting, guys. He's doing damage to the Nexus, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it with this attack. This chrono boost, by the way, increases shields faster, so that helped Neeb defend a little bit. Now Neeb has a full saturation on his gold minerals, so not only does he defend, he also saturates his gold base instantly. Nice defense from Neeb. However, Hydra does have units, and when I mean units, I mean drones, the most important Zerg unit. But he has fewer workers than Neeb, and Neeb is pushing across the map with this adept. Neeb is going to peek at this gold base, see Hydra doesn't have it, and he's probably a happy camper. He can deduce that Hydra committed a lot to that by the fact that he doesn't have a third. Neeb sends his adept phases forward to check on Hydra. He'll probably cancel. Oh no, he doesn't. Neeb is pressuring forward here, trying to get some scouting information. And if we look at his vision, he has not seen speed researching, but he can deduce what's happening. He's going to run forward and peek. Okay, he sees it. Beautiful from Neeb there. Using those phases to get all the information that he needs. He's also building a robo and 2 gateways as a follow-up, and he's chrono boosting the adept upgrade that lets them shoot faster. Resonating glaives. Hydra still has a severe worker disadvantage, which for Zerg is worse than it is for the other races. As soon as Neeb's 2 gateways finishes, he turns them on, and Neeb takes 2 gases at his natural, so he also loses 2 adepts in the middle of the map. This won't be an issue. Neeb has adepts on this high ground. I would suspect a warp prism to come out of this, and it does. It looks like Neeb is gearing up to do some adept pressure here. He might add some extra gateways and do a complete all-in. Hard to say for sure. Hydra's taken his third at his gold base, and he's continuing to make drones. He's also getting a Roach Warren. Roaches are the unit that you want against adepts, because adepts do bonus damage to light units, and roaches are definitely not light units. Neeb takes a third, which is very intelligent. He pushes Hydra back. One thing that I keep mentioning, because it's very important, is the worker count. Neeb still has an advantage. Hydra's third will finish just before Neeb's, which isn't really a big deal for Zerg. Like, he won't really garner much of an advantage out of it. Neeb is pushing forward with the depth, slaughters a few Zerglings. He uses the phases forward to get to the gold base of Hydra, and he's in deep, guys, because he has 9 roaches on the way, 15 lings, but this expansion is in peril, and if we look across the map, he tried to counterattack, but Neeb defended it excellently. Broaches are on the way from Hydra, but he's just not going to be able to defend this base. He didn't have the economy to make the roaches in time. Neeb's going to kill the third and phase forward. These phase shades give Neeb vision, so he can always avoid phasing into an idiotic location just by hitting cancel. Neeb is going to phase forward again to see what the Zerg has. He also has an observer. Ooh, he actually takes the phase there. Interesting play there by Neeb, as now he's completely caught. He's going to have to phase forward again. And he's going to lose most of his adepts. But the phase kicks in right when they're about to die, and it looks like he's going to get some drone trouble for his work. Some drones for his trouble. Quite a few drones, actually. 7. So even though Neeb took the phases forward and lost some adepts, he made it out okay. Power Mortal on the way for Neeb. Notice he's also made a few sentries. This is smart to make them at home like this and let them gather energy. 3 gateways completing for Neeb, and +1 on the way. So Neeb is playing a straight up macro game while he harasses with the Warp Prism. Hydra has drones on the way, as well as Hydraless tech. Neeb doing some cutesy harassment, not losing any units and not taking very much hull damage at all. As he harasses, he pushes across the map like a good player. Neeb also constructs a little gateway wall by his third base. This is very intelligent. This prevents lots of obnoxious little swings coming down from the bottom. Neeb continues to harass, narrowly avoiding losing the Warp Prism. And he's going to push the mid while he attacks. Great multitask here from Neeb, as he's going to try to snipe a queen. And if we go to workers killed, Neeb has killed 16 workers, which, as you know, is what you need to saturate a mineral line. So Neeb has killed an entire blue base mineral line worth of workers, and he's starting disruptors. Neeb is taking a 4th base as well, while Hydra makes Hydras. Neeb has kind of had Hydra on the back foot ever since he held off that cheese. Hydra really wanted that cheese to work, obviously, and invested a lot into it. And as we can see through the game, Neeb has just kind of been one step ahead of Hydra the entire game. He's killed his creep, he's killed his third, he's killed his drones, he's played really well. Neeb continues to make stalkers as this healthy Protoss mix of units is looking to push across the map again. I love to see this. I'd love to see it even more if there was a mothership core and there was no risk, but this is why Neeb left the mothership core. He suspected Hydra would counterattack. All he has to do is photon overcharge now and warp in and he'll be fine. He does lose 5 workers, but it's a small price to pay, as it looks like he's going to kill this third. All it takes is a few force fields, but I don't even think he'll need that. Few force fields going down, and in conjunction with this hatchery forming a beautiful wall. Oh, disruptor shot going forward, obliterating some Zerg units. More force fields going down, and Hydra GG's. Hydra's cheese failed, and he was behind all game. Could never really catch his footing. Neeb played really well. Nice macro game. Good cheese defense. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to me down low for free. More StarCraft videos.